Acura MDX 2000 till present. The first generation, 2000 to 2006. The Acura MDX debuted in October 2001 as a replacement for the Acura SLX, and it was developed by Honda Research and Development America starting from the underpinnings of the US spec Honda Odyssey minivan. A mid-size platform that spawned more models including the Honda Passport. The MDX was also sold under the Honda brand name since 2003. In Japan and other Asian markets as a replacement for the Honda Passport, but in a very low volume compared to the Acura model. Although it was based on a minivan, it was a true SUV as many improvements and changes have been made to achieve a higher body rigidity for off-road driving. The wheelbase has been shortened for better ramp angles, while the ground clearance has been raised to 200 mm. The all-wheel drive system is automatic and self-engages when accelerating from a standstill or when a wheel spin is detected in off-road conditions, thanks to the variable torque management system that uses advanced electronic sensing and control mechanisms to monitor the vehicle's dynamic condition and automatically applies torque to the front or rear wheel. The MDX all-wheel drive system can also be locked for a permanent all-wheel drive at lower speeds. The MDX is powered by an all-aluminum 3.5-liter V6 engine, with 4 valves per cylinder mated to an electronically controlled 5-speed automatic transmission. The engine is using variable timing and lift electronic control similar to the one in the Acura CL-Type S Coupe, and develops 240 horsepower, with a 95% peak torque available from 2,000 to 5,000 revs per minute. The interior can accommodate 7 passengers as it is structured with 3 seat rows, with the second and third rows being able to be split or fold flat into the floor for a large cargo area. The MDX safety features include dual-stage front airbags that adjust the deployment force to the severity of the impact and seatbelt use. Front side airbags with passenger size and position sensors. Energy-absorbing body structure with passenger compartment safety shell. Side impact door beams and 4-channel anti-lock brakes, while the third row seat occupants are protected by the structural design that can withstand a 56 km/h rear impact with no intrusion to the third row seats. The interior is equipped with leather seats and door inserts, wood grain trim, while the features list is up to the Acura standards, with keyless remote entry, power windows, doors, mirrors, and moonroof. Cruise control. 7-speaker stereo with CD player. Power adjustable heated front seats and a digital trip computer. The touring package adds a remote link, 2-position driver's seat and mirror memory system. 8-way power adjustable passenger seat. Roof rack. And an upgraded 200-watt 8-speaker Bose system with a 6-disc CD changer. The Acura navigation system was offered as an option. The first change came in 2003 when the engine was upgraded, developing an extra 20 horsepower that came from new catalyzers, new cylinder heads with an integrated exhaust manifold, and larger diameter exhaust pipes. The transmission has been also redesigned, while a new electronic control system has been added to the all-wheel drive automatic system. Also in 2003, the suspension has been retuned for a sportier road drive, while the body rigidity has been increased. In 2004, the engine output rose one more time by adopting twin silencers, adding an additional 5 horsepower, topping at 265. The first-generation MDX proved to be a commercial success, with sales over Acura's initial target of 40,000 units per year, topping at over 59,000 units in 2004. The second generation, 2006 to 2013. The first glimpse of the new design of the second-generation MDX was previewed at the 2006 New York Motor Show when the MDX concept car was presented. The production version followed 5 months later in September, with a design highly similar to the one of the concept car. For the second generation, the MDX grew in length and wheelbase and sat on a wider track. Despite the size growth, The weight is about the same as the one of the previous generation. While the previous generation was also sold as Honda in Asia, the new MDX was sold exclusively under the Acura brand name. The body embraced a more futuristic exterior design, while the suspension has been tuned on the Nürburgring racetrack both for performance and ride comfort settings. For more performance-oriented driving, the new MDX features the super handling all-wheel drive system, while the Sport package added the active damper system that adjusts the suspensions in 5 milliseconds. The unibody structure was designed to be stronger by extensively using high-strength steel. The MDX was powered by a transversely mounted 3.7-liter V6 engine developing 300 horsepower that debuted on this model and used the variable valve timing and lift electronic control system, plus a dual-stage intake manifold. The V6 was mated to a 5-speed automatic transmission with sequential sport shift. The interior kept the same architecture as the previous model, with 3 rows and 7 seats, with luxurious leather trim with wood inserts. The base features include gateway power front seats, tri-zone automatic climate control system, a 253-watt, 8-speaker sound system with CD, 3, WM/AM/FM tuner, and XM satellite radio. As safety features, the MDX has front, side, and curtain airbags and the new active head restraints and dual-stage knee bolsters for the driver and front passenger. Besides the base trim, there were also 3 other optional packages: Technology, Sport, and Entertainment. In 2010, the MDX has been slightly facelifted, with the new Acura grille that debuted on the sedans. Also new was the 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters, a higher compression ratio, forged aluminum pistons, and improved body rigidity. The Advanced package was added to the other optional packages. The sales of the second-generation MDX were at almost the same level as the previous one, but in midlife, it became the most sold Acura model because of the Acura TL dropping sales numbers. The third generation, 2013 to 2020. The first news of the third generation came in October 2012 when Acura announced the debut of the MDX prototype that debuted at the 2013 North American International Auto Show in January 2013, with sales starting in June of the same year. The design of the new MDX borrowed the July's headlight theme from the Acura RL. The body of the new MDX is longer, the same as the wheelbase, while the height is 38 mm lower, for better aerodynamics and a lower center of gravity. Despite the lower cabin, the interior headspace was not affected as the seats had been lowered. While the body rigidity has been increased, the weight has been reduced, using aluminum and magnesium for various components. The engine for the MDX was new, a 3.5-liter V6 with direct injection, developing 290 horsepower. 10 less than the previous generation, but despite this, the acceleration was improved, same as the fuel consumption. The engine was mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and for the first time, a front-wheel drive version was offered alongside the all-wheel drive version. The MDX was available in 4 trims: Base, which was cheaper than the same trim of the previous generation, Technology package, Technology and Entertainment package, and Advanced Entertainment package. The year 2015 brought a new 9-speed automatic transmission that replaced the 6-speed. It was lighter and was shifting faster than the previous one. Also in the same year, many safety features have been added, like adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation system, lane departure warning, blind spot information, and others. In 2016, the MDX has been facelifted with a new grille, fenders, LED headlamps, and tail lights. A 360-view camera has also been added. In 2017, Acura introduced a hybrid version of the MDX, with a 3-liter V6 engine powering the front wheels and twin electric motors powering the rear wheels. The combined power output of the two was 321 horsepower. The hybrid had a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission and a 13 kilowatt-hour battery. In 2019, the A-Spec Sporty version was introduced with larger 20-inch, 10-spoke shark gray wheels, and an aggressive front fascia. Body color sills, larger exhaust finishers, gloss black decoration for headlights and dark chrome for the headlights grille, and a rear tailgate spoiler. The interior featured a two-tone exclusive trim. Later in 2019, the PMC edition was unveiled, with a production limited to 330 units, 300 for the US and 30 for Canada, hand-assembled at Acura Performance Manufacturing Center. The PMC featured the MDX Advanced Package top trim level plus the A-Spec Appearance Package and some exclusive features like the Valencia Red Pearl paint, glossy wheels, glossy grille mesh, black chrome exhaust finishers, gloss black finish for the roof, mirrors, window molding, and garnish for license plate and door handles. The third-generation MDX proved to be the best seller of them all, breaking the sale record of the previous ones. The fourth generation, 2021 till present. It was introduced for the first time as a pre-production prototype on October 2020 and entered production in January 2021. While the wheelbase remained unchanged, the MDX grew in length and width for more interior space, while the interior trim quality and features pushed the car more upscale as Acura regarded the MDX as their flagship, since the RLX sedan has been phased out. The exterior design borrowed the styling cues from the Acura Precision concept, including the rearward cab design, which was a first for the MDX, and the sculpted body. The fourth generation was built on a new ultra-rigid platform, with a double wishbone front suspension, which is a first for an MDX, and a multi-link rear suspension. The new MDX uses belt-driven electric power steering with a high-output electric motor for steering assistance and variable ratio, while the brakes have been improved with larger and thicker disc brakes designed to withstand repeated hard stops without fade. The MDX debuted several new features including the Precision Cockpit all-digital display, Amazon Alexa built-in, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto integration. The interior grew in space including height and features a standard panoramic roof for an even more spacious feeling, and has a second row of seats that could be used in multiple configurations, with a middle seat that can be used as a table or that can be completely removed from the car. The cargo area behind the third row also increased in size and features additional underfloor storage with 80% more volume than the one of the previous generation. The interior is available in 6 different color trims, while the Acura Precision Cockpit can be customized and configured to the driver's preferences. The 3.5-liter engine develops 290 horsepower and friction-reducing technology, cross-flow magnesium intake manifold, intelligent variable valve timing, and lift electronic control. The engine is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission with sequential sport shift and standard paddle shifters, and the super handling all-wheel drive system is in the 4th generation with a 30% quicker front-to-rear torque transfer. It can transfer 70% of the torque to the rear axle, splitting between 50 to 100% to the rear left or right wheels. The A-Spec version has a sportier look, with black-colored decorations for window frames and body instead of the chromed ones of the regular model, and a two-tone exclusive interior trim. Late in 2021, the sportier Type S was introduced, being the first time an MDX receives a Type S version. On the exterior, the Type S can be easily distinguished, with a different grille and design, with larger side grille vents, while on the interior it has different color trims and exclusive leather stitching. The air suspension has an adjustable ride height and uses 3 damping profiles for the adaptive damper system, different from the rest of the MDX lineup, while the improved brakes use Brembo disc and rotors, with 4 piston calipers in the front. Traction is also improved by using high-performance tires with standard 21-inch wheels. The engine is a smaller but more powerful 3-liter turbocharged V6, developing 355 horsepower with most of the torque available from 1400 to 5000 revs per minute.